consumption of water bottles is, I think it's fair to say, off the charts. Like it's ludicrous how many. I mean, I haven't looked at numbers, but it must be billions or maybe even trillions of bottles every year. And obviously, let's be honest, a lot of the people that do buy those bottles of water do have a working tap either in the office or at home, yet they still are happy to go and spend, I don't know, £1 on a bottle of Evian or whatever it is. And, obviously with that, you've got the plastic crisis. You've also got the argument of which one's better for you. Like I've seen documentaries on people claiming that bottled water is not quite what it's cracked up to be. So I was going to ask both of your opinions on that whole thing, whether it's the consumption of bottled water, whether it's sustainability element of it, or the health element. So like, what do you both have to say about that?
You're exactly right. The part of the reason we created ViDrate was, as well as the health benefits, was the single-use plastic consumption is just absolutely mind-boggling. The amount of single-use plastic that people are just throwing away is crazy. Most people have something like this, so most people will carry a refillable, reusable bottle. And as you said, there's actually, in a workplace, from a health and safety point of view, it's a legal requirement to have drinking water available. Most places would have to shut. Most places now, if you go into massive coffee chains or anybody, if you take in a reusable bottle and hand it over, they'll fill it for free, even if you're not purchasing. And this is kind of, there's a big movement. There's water coolers everywhere now. So there's not really any need whatsoever for anybody to ever buy a single-use plastic bottle again. So this is why we came up with the product and the idea of ViDrate in a sachet. So the reasoning behind a sachet, we kind of quickly realized, if you did get a bottle of water, let's just say a drink that's got any flavoring or anything like that, a fizzy drink or a sports drink, 90% or 99% of that product is just water. The other percent is the actual thing that you're drinking. You'll see if you go out somewhere and they use something from a draft, it's kind of 80% water and then a tiny bit of the thing that mixes in. So we realized that by having a product in a sachet with your reusable bottle, if you drink one of our products a day, so one sachet of ViDrate a day in the place of a 500 ml single-use plastic bottle, you'll save 11 kilograms of single-use plastic per person per year. That's kind of the level, and it doesn't take much. Most people drink 2 or 3 of these a day as well, so the kind of saving is significant. So that's one of the massive impacts that you've mentioned there. In terms of the actual quality of bottled water, there's nothing wrong with tap water. We're a brand that sells a drink, and one of the things that we say is that water, if you've got a very good diet, a very good balanced diet, and you're drinking plenty of water, technically you don't need supplements or anything like that. But the fact is that people don't. So personally, and most people would say tap water is just as good, if not better, than your bottled water or anything like that.
So I think on the plastic thing, I mean, when we first started up the business, we had about 10 different messages that we were trying to sort of, because we had so many benefits of the brand, we kind of end up sort of doing a bit of a shotgun approach and sort of coming out with all these messages. And from day one, certainly our sort of mission objective has been, as well as ultimately helping people to become more hydrated, has been also, how can we help reduce plastic waste? And as Nick said, actually for one bottle of 500 ml, bottle of water, a bottle of a drinks brand, you have to use 75 of these sachets to use up the same amount of plastic. So as long as you are walking around, you're going to the office, you're going to the gym with a refillable bottle, you are, by drinking and using ViDrate, you are already massively reducing your plastic waste. And I mean, it's taking a lot longer than we would have liked, but we are certainly, as part of our sort of product development, we're looking at other materials that we could be using down the line to sort of help improve our packaging. All of our packaging that goes through the, through post and things like that, that's all fully recyclable as well. But look, that the plastic issue is obviously a big global thing. It's not going to go away anytime soon. And we're certainly conscious of what can we do as a brand to try and, put our sort of marker on the issue and try and help as best as we can.